welcome back to KoreVoices channel. I'm Sydney, and in today's video we're going to be discussing just struggling with self-identity and, quote unquote fitting in, and just kind of my struggle with that, my personal story with that, and yeah. I'll kind of backtrack a little bit. I would say for me, middle school was the start of my struggle with self-identity, and when I tried very, very hard to fit in and to be a part of like the popular clique. So I grew up in a predominantly white neighborhood, and obviously I'm not white. I am actually biracial. I'm half Korean, half black. And so with that, I had a hard time, I guess, fitting in just physically because I didn't look like anybody else. I was always different. I always felt like I stuck out like a sore thumb and I just didn't know where I belonged. And so in middle school, I really tried so hard to please people and to make everyone else happy and to be friends with people who I knew I shouldn't have been friends with. But it was like for me at the time, and being so young, I was like 12 or 13 at the time. Being that young, it was like I needed everyone else's approval, and I wanted popularity more than anything. It was like the quantity of friends mattered more than quality of friends. So it's fairly common for, styles to change. I'm so glad my style changed, because the way that I dressed, like even in high school, I'm like, what was I thinking? So changing your outer appearance is nothing unusual or weird. But for me, looking back, I would say when I started high school, I started wearing blue contacts, and I dyed my hair blonde. Not that I was trying to look white or anything, but I was just trying to feel like I fit in, if I get highlights, if I do this, if I do that, if I wear this brand of clothing, maybe I will make friends, or maybe I will finally fit in. So in 8th grade, I actually moved from Washington State to Washington, D.C. And looking back, honestly, I think that move was so refreshing and so needed. When I moved to the East Coast, I was just kind of in shock at how diverse my new school was. It was just such a beautiful blend of people from different cultures, different nationalities, different ethnicities, just all coming together. And I was not used to that. And I think because of that whole moving experience for me, and just making new friends and embracing other people's cultures and backgrounds, I think it really helped me start to accept my own differences and embrace my differences, and come to terms with the fact that I'm going to always be different. I'm going to always be who I am. I can't change who I am. And so I guess I could say that my biggest advice is to just embrace who you are, embrace your differences, and people will gravitate towards that. When you are truly comfortable in your own skin and when you are yourself, people will see that. And so I just want to encourage anyone who's in a similar situation or going through a similar experience to just remember that high school is only 4 years of the rest of your life. And so this pressure that we put on ourselves to fit in and to be a part of a certain group or clique it's just not worth it, because after these 4 years, you have so much more to look forward to. And I think we get caught in this fishbowl mentality where we think that high school is all that our life is ever going to be. And once you move past that, you start to realize that life is a beautiful ocean that has limitless opportunities and possibilities. And so I think when you kind of put it into that perspective, it helps. I kind of had the mindset at the time that high school is so important. And who I am in high school is so important to my future, and it's really not. So just keep being you, keep doing you, and people will love you for who you are.